getting recorded.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Shall we begin the session, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Happy evening. Myself Akshay Lakshmi from core team. I'm glad to welcome our speaker for the day, Sunanda Ravi ma'am. The topic is very much interesting, which is body shaming, and very much a very sensitive topic, and also as a common people, we are supposed to know that topic very much, and especially for the children and even as adults, the topic is very much important. So I'm really glad that Sunanda ma'am took such a topic for today's presentation. And I also welcome our dear participants on behalf of Dr. Suresh Kumar sir and the core team members for the Mental Health Webinar Series 2020 organized by the Department of Psychology, the American College Madurai, in association with Madras School of Social Work, Department of Psychology, Madurai Kamaraj University, MS Chellamuthu Institute of Mental Health and Rehabilitation Center, Madurai, Red Pond Educational and Psychological Research Center, Madurai, and Psycho-Oncological Association, Turkey. Now, I request Veera sir from core team to introduce the speaker for the day and also give the common instruction for the participants.
Yes, thank you, Akshay ma'am. Thank you. Good evening, one and all. Good evening, Sunanda ma'am and the participants. I'm Veera from the core team. Yes, I'm glad to give an introduction about today's speaker, Ms. Sunanda Ravi, who is actually a clinical psychologist and yoga trainer, who has actually done her BSc as well MSc in geography, and later then she has done MA psychology and PG diploma in guidance and counseling, and also trained yoga instructor. And for the past 10 years, treating post-traumatic stress disorder patients, as well counseling to chronic illness patients. I request Sunanda ma'am to proceed further. And prior that, to have a great session, I request all the participants, please mute your video as well audio. If in case of switch on video, make sure to wear a decent outfit and also not move here and there. And also all your queries can be clarified in the QA session. Sunanda Ravi ma'am, yes, the floor is yours. I request ma'am.
Thank you, Veera sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay.
We can see the PPT.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir. We can see the PPT in full screen. And
okay.
Yes.
Okay. First, I'm thanking Suresh Kumar sir, American College, and Subha ma'am, Krishnan sir, and special thanks to Veena. She only introduced this flow, and other core team members. Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am, very clear.
Akshaya?
Yes, ma'am, very clear.
Okay, thanks. Okay. Today I am going to share my knowledge on body shaming. Have you ever faced body shaming? Can anybody respond for this?
Yes, I have experienced as well as commenting on others. So, and common during school days and college days. So,
yes, sir. Thank you. Are you being body shamed? What's body shaming? Today, I'm giving little tips on body shaming. The body shaming or derision of the body is marking a person's physical appearance, adiposity, or thinness, height, hair color, and hairstyle. Even sometimes diseases or disorders like acne and psoriasis. These famous cartoon characters we know from our childhood, Obstrix and Oblix and Asterix, then Chotu Motu, like that we can come across. Types of body shaming. Can anyone tell these types of body shaming? Fat shaming, skinny, then color shaming, hair color, skin color. I'm too tall, I'm too short, like that we can feel our images. Yeah, recent survey on body shaming. Who is responsible for body shaming? Please, participants can answer this. Who is responsible for body shaming?
Sure.
I can read the chat box for you, ma'am. One
Yeah,
of the participants, Kanaga ma'am has said myself. Krishnan sir has said peers. Shivakumar sir has said we ourselves. Again, Krishnan sir has said society.
okay. Recent survey on body shaming conducted Fortis Hospital. They conducted 22 ladies among age group of 20 to 45 years age. Over cities, 20 cities in India, that is Delhi, Mumbai, then Hyderabad, Chennai, Bengaluru, like that they conducted. From that, friends, partner, media, then others are giving us insecure feeling about our body image. This is regarding fat shaming. Just a minute. Just a minute.
Sure.
This is fat shaming. Fat shaming is nothing but obesity problems, a disorder involving excessive body fat that increases the risk of health problems like overweight, back pain, and snoring. In India, 9% population is suffering obesity and overweight. India ranks third in the world. I can give you example, Avengers Endgame. In that English movie, Thor is best example. Then Hindi movie Judwa 2, the woman police lady is example for fat shaming. Then for color shaming, I can give Shivaji movie, our superstar movie. That is example for color shaming. Fat shaming is we are insecure about body image. That is indicates our health problems, and we are worried about our health. I have taken this fat shaming because nowadays we are facing this problem more due to lack of activities. In COVID time, we are held up inside our home. We are screening more time. We are held up in media and social media activities. Hindi actor Vidya Balan and Sonakshi Sinha, Khushbu are examples for more confident ladies. They are more beautiful in their body image. Dangerous complications of obesity, reduced quality of life like heart disease, diabetics, sleep apnea, and sexual problems, musculoskeletal problems, high blood pressure, and stroke. Harmful effects of fat shaming, reduced self-esteem, feeling of shame, stress, sexual problems, eating disorders, mental health problems like depression, and various other chronic diseases. Body shaming leads to mental health issues. Every 4 out of 5 women are dissatisfied with their appearance. 80% of women say that the images of women on television and in movies, fashion magazines, and advertisement makes them feel insecure. 43% of men are dissatisfied with their muscularity. 81% of girls below 10 years are afraid of being fat. This causes negative perception towards self. For this, social media influences more. Effects of body shaming. It causes reduced self-esteem, eating disorders, then anxiety, depression. Body image is the perception that a person has of the physical self, but more importantly, the thoughts and feelings. The feelings can be positive or negative or both. What are the contributing factors? Social, physical, psychological, and physiological, interpersonal, and others. Mental health related to body image. I make time to take care of myself even when I am dealing with difficult feelings or situations. I know that I can start working to solve problems. I can handle disappointments or difficult feelings, and I know they don't reflect my worth. Things may not be 100% perfect all the time, and that's okay. It leads to body image. I'm comfortable with the way I look. I am in tune with what my body needs. I know that looks have nothing to do with what our abilities. It gives us self-esteem. I feel confident and capable. I place realistic expectations on myself and others. I respect myself. Now we can go to negative body image. Body shaming is a negative body image. A person has a distorted perception of their own, compare themselves to others, feel shame, awkwardness, and anxiety about their body. It affects how a person thinks and feels about themselves. For this, I can give you an example of Barbie doll. Girl childs, they think like Barbie doll, they want an image, thin, tall, and slim. Like that, they will compare with the baby dolls. Manicure also example. In our cloth stores, we can see these manicures. In Nike shops, nowadays they introducing plus size manicures. Effects of negative body image. It creates low self-esteem, suffer from serious mental health disorders like anorexia, bulimia, over-exercising or overeating, cut themselves off from being other people socially, emotional distress, and depression. Body acceptance is nothing but healthy body image. When we are eating normal eating habits, according to our weight, height, age, and body type, we lead our life happily. When it got distorted, we'll go to starving, fasting, yo-yo dieting, like that, it will be disturbed. Then we will end up in eating disorder like anorexia, bulimia, binge eating. Eating disorders like bulimia nervosa, I will give some examples. By seeing this image, we can know bulimia person is obese people, reward within itself, coping with uncomfortable feeling, consumption of larger than average amount of food, secret binge and impulsive binges. Anorexia nervosa, for this symptom. Yes?
You can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Dramatic and rapid and obvious weight loss, obsession with calories, fear of gaining weight. Sometimes they vomit to maintain the weight. Perceiving yourself as overweight when you are not. Persistent dieting. Compulsive overeating, hiding food and eating, binge eating, eating when full, eating in private because of embarrassment, fixation with body weight. This is endless binge and restrict cycle. Example for yo-yo dieting, that is nothing but weight cycle. We will reduce our weight, again we will gain, like that it will disturb. From this we'll end up problems. Intuitive eating and mindful eating. When we control our eating pattern, we can improve our mental health. Intuitive eating is nothing but framework for rejecting the diet mentally. It teaches you to ask, what does my body need? It gives permission to eat and not to be completely mindful while doing so. Mindful eating, listening to your body and stopping when full, eating food that are nutritionally healthy, eating when our body tells us to eat. This is an example for Buddha bowl and rainbow eating. Rainbow eating is nothing but colorful veggies and fruits. We have to eat all color foods, veggies. It is nothing but chakra balancing. It starts with red, orange, yellow, green, and blue, purple color. Like that, we have to manage our 7 rainbow color foods. Buddha bowl is a new term, that is balanced veggie diet. Little amount of protein and carbohydrates, lot of veggies and fruits. By this image, we know how the internal process will be. So, how can you promote positive body image? Positive body image, perceptual body image, affective body image, then cognitive behavioral body image. Perceptual body image, how you see your body. Then affective body image is how you feel your body. Cognitive body is how you think about your body. Behavioral body is how we see, feel, and think combined together. It creates positive body image. Clinical psychologist Elizabeth Halstead explained this positive body image in 3 components, that is self-esteem, positive attitude, and emotional stability. Self-esteem is valuing ourselves and believing that others appreciate us, even they enjoy our company. Positive attitude is accepting our strength and weakness and avoiding three negative attitudes, that is perfectionism, comparing, and critical judgmental. Emotional stability is maintaining a healthy connection to our thoughts and feelings. How to promote positive body image? We are all in different shapes and size. We are all sweet bodies. By doing meditation, we can calm our mind and body. By doing yoga, lot of postures are there. That is Surya Namaskar, then Virabhadrasana, Dhanurasana, like that. When we do daily, we can maintain our body image. Nowadays, laughing therapy is we are practicing more than art therapy, movement therapy, like that. Different activities are there. We can adopt that. Positive affirmations to ourselves. Daily, when we do positive affirmations, our mind will be tuned according to it. Writing journals, whatever our thoughts are, we can note it down. Nothing but diary writing. Try something new. Like this, we are attending webinars and we are engaging in a positive way, so that we are creating mental awareness within our society. It affects a lot. In this way, we can promote our positive body image. These are the positive affirmations, some of the positive affirmations. That is, I am beautiful, I am healthy, I am strong, I am confident. Like that, we can improve our affirmations day to day. Then, whose responsibility is to educate young people on body image? Participants can respond, please. Yes, parents, then teachers, right?
Givers.
School, yes. Then ourselves, health professional, yeah.
Friends.
Yeah. Yeah, media also plays a role. Yeah, thank you, participants. Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Like that, mother plays a prominent role to shape child. Parents have the opportunity to greatly influence the child's developing body image and self-esteem, focusing of children's unique talent, inner attributes, coupled with unconditional love, offers a strong foundation for lifelong positive body image. We can encourage our kids outdoor activities. Now they are held up indoor activities. We entertain them, controlling screen time. Then we can spend quality time with them. We have to avoid junk food. We have to teach veggies and green leaves, healthy eating habits. In that way, we can shape our kids. Ways to combat body shaming: encourage a healthy lifestyle to our kids. Monitor your child's social media usage and accounts. Don't allow your children to be bullied. Encourage teens to look up to realistic and inspiring everyday heroes. Model empathy and encourage empathy in your children. We can focus our positive qualities, skills, and talents. Positive things to yourself. Avoid negative and berating self-talk. Self-positive, health-focused goal rather than weight loss-focused goals. Remind yourself that media are realistic, unattainable with people. The images are photoshopped. By comparing with we have to be like our heroines and heroes. That we have to change in our kids. Life is so short to spend depends on comments passed by people who should not matter. Encourage empathy and inspire. Hashtag mind your own shape is the new trend online. Real effects of body shaming while encourage women to stand together against body shamer. In my clinic, a lady came. She's 105 kgs. Now she's 75 kg. She reduced her weight. Before that, she is very depressed and low self-esteem. She cannot attend social gatherings like birthday party and marriage parties. After reduced her weight, she is attending parties and she is more esteemed. This BMI is lot of factors influence gene, lifestyle, age. According to that, our body shape will be distorted. Let's live a happier life in gratitude, deep gratitude towards existence, towards life and all other valuable things it has given us. To my knowledge, Mother Teresa is a beautiful lady. She's having most beautiful heart. Beauty isn't just how to look. Beauty come out of what you do. The body you have is a tool to do something brilliant. Your acts will present beauty. Tvameva sharadam gaccha sarva bhavane bharata tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsyasi shasvatam. By quotating this Gita, I'm concluding this session. Thank you, friends.
Thank you so much, Sunanda ji, for that wonderful presentation. And you have taken a topic which is very sensitive and very much needed, because most of the adolescents are facing this problem, and not only the adolescents, even children who are in elementary sessions are also getting into the norms of getting struck with the societal norms that is being created, and this is having a huge impact because nutrition is what very important part for the development of child, be it physical or no mental development. And because of these false implications of body image issues, most of the kids are not taking proper nourishment, and that it itself is reflecting on their health, both physically and mentally as well. Thank you for taking this topic and delivering it in a good way. Thank you so much. And participants, if you have any queries, kindly unmute yourself and ask, or you could place your queries in the chat box.
Ma'am, am I audible? Good evening, everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am, I would like to know that the example that you gave about the lady who was on 105 kgs of weight and she dropped back to 75. How did you help her eventually? I mean, and what motivated her? Because I think to help get someone started on a exercise or mindful eating regime is the difficult task. So if you could just throw the light, how did you actually help her out?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I know yoga also. She did Surya Namaskars regularly. Then gym. She did aerobics like that. She do different activities. Okay. When we do daily one activity, we will get bored. So we have to do walking, yoga, aerobics, like that. Different activities we have to engage. Then we can form a social group. Like that, we can encourage. Then dieting also plays a more important role. We can avoid fried items, junk food, so that we can improve. The benefits will be visible.
Sunandaji, can you stop sharing this screen?
Eating is good for health, and some people talk intermittent fasting, that only 3 meals and be focused on a fast for
I'm
16
not
hours.
getting. Hello. No, it's breaking. Voice is breaking.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
okay now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That the debate, some people say that eating every 2 hours helps to not have a full stomach meal, and small bites help. And some say only 3 meals in a day is good for your health. And intermittent fasting is the new concept which is coming, almost fasting for 16 hours. So your body is flushing out all the toxins and it is rejuvenated and healthy. So what is your take on this, ma'am?
It's like a bank deposit. Whatever we are eating, we have to spend all that calories. Okay. By eating limited foods, fresh vegetables, fruits, we can maintain. Then we have to avoid carbohydrates. Morning we have to eat like a king, afternoon like a common man, and night times like a beggar we have to eat. That is the principle. Whatever we are eating, we have to spend that. Nowadays we are spending sedentary lifestyle, so limited taking food is more important. Fried items, that and all we have to avoid. Nowadays kids are more They are more attracted to junk food, pizza, burger, like that. They are very much interested. That we have to avoid, like ice creams, fried items.
So any other questions from the participants?
Veena ma'am, here, may I go with one question with Sunanta?
Yeah, please go ahead, Veera.
Yes, ma'am. Sunanta ma'am, good evening. Myself, Veera from the core team. Apart from clinical psychology, beyond clinical psychology, you are actually a yoga trainer too. Is there any kind of mudras or asanas related to the yoga which can help for the obesity and other issues? If it is feasible, maybe one or two tips or things if you can share over here would help for participants.
Yes, by doing yoga daily, we can improve our body obesity. Surya Namaskar, at least we can do 6 or 12 rounds. When we are not comfortable with 108 Surya Namaskar, usually I will do 108 Surya Namaskar with 1.5 hours.
Okay.
During lockdown time, I did that. When we do Surya Namaskar, weight loss will be visible. Then Surya Mudra is there. That also is, we lose our fat. Then some of the postures are there, Virabhadrasana, Dhanurasana, like that. But we have to do it daily. We have to fix our timings. Then we have to do it daily. Then only we get benefit.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Veera, for asking that question. And thank you, Sunandaji, for answering. As it is about body shaming, I just want to share a few thoughts on it because as a person who is in the medical field, usually people do come to me asking for treatment on obesity, how it could be done. And one thing we have to understand is we should have the internal motivation whenever we are taking up some sort of regime. We have to follow it strictly, make it a daily activity. Not that you do your exercise or you do your yoga or you strict to a diet plan for only a few days and you think like, yes, I have to lose my weight. Now for 1 week I have lost my half kilo of weight. Yes, now I can see once you have that dip in your weight, you will get an idea. Okay, I can do anything whenever I want to do. Whenever I want to lose my weight, I can start it anytime. They get back to square one. So this shouldn't happen. So when you're on a strict plan of losing your weight, whenever there is any small dip of weight, please do continue with whatever you're doing. The next thing people should understand, we are genetically made up. In certain families and in certain families, it is hereditary that they have this obesity running through generations. And also the body makeup will be in such that you can't modify the genetic codings and all those things. So in those aspects, self acceptance will be the best treatment. So you have to build in the confidence of a person who comes with body image issue. So once they try to develop, they try to overcome their self-esteem. Once they start to accept themselves, see in recent trends, the as Sunanda ji said, many of the no many of the stores, clothing stores are keeping the mannequins which are large size. Even there are fashion shows that are happening for extra large and extra large sort of things. So all these norms and everything are created by the society. once we get the thought process is changed in the society, definitely things will fall in place. And I hope these few tips will be helpful for you all. Thank you so much, and I hope
Veena ma'am, may
Sunandaji
I
will
raise a
not
question,
mind.
please?
Yes.
Yeah, madam, I wanted to know from the speaker that let we are having a client of two opposite kind, like a person knows that who is obese and taking too much as per the BMI diet recommended to him or her, but he is not able to control himself or herself to take this much of diet. He knows that I have to stop now, but he is going on and on to take, or some other time he eats too much. And on the other hand, as you know, people are so much conscious, they are controlling too much themselves not to take to make their figure as they have dreamt. So how to motivate and encourage these kind of clients to be normal and controlled?
That they have to incorporate. No? I want to reduce my weight, like that. They have to feel that inner urge is more important. Okay, we cannot push them. They have to realize due to obesity, uh, they face lot of problems, like that. They have to feel.
Yeah, we
Then
can just
only,
make them aware the post consequences of the things which can pessimistically affect their health later on.
no, we have to encourage. No? We have to motivate.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, doing simple asanas, then breathing techniques. I told you Surya Mudra, like that. Simple things we can. Yeah,
Ma'am, if I'm getting you right, do you want to say that if the person do not have any, inner, thrust to modify or improve, we cannot encourage them in that direction?
yeah, that is true. That inner urge is more important.
Okay, so ma'am, as a psychological counselor, how we can encourage if the person do not have this kind of inner encouragement?
uh, they can end up problems, no? Like high BP, diabetics. When they are obese, it leads to high BP, diabetics, then even sometimes heart problems also. So that we have to explain them. We have to maintain our body weight and height. According to our height, we have to maintain weight.
Yeah, yeah. And actually, by as per the age, adolescent age to the adult age, you can consider 7 to 8 year of span can bear. Our body can bear if you're eating too much or you're controlling too much.
Yeah,
It bears. It
yeah,
doesn't reflect any kind of side effect on body immediately. And it's a time if they spend and continue their habit, it's going to be post very pessimistically, but they don't understand and they go on.
yeah. After 30, 40 years only, we will end up all these diabetics, blood pressure, like that. We'll get problems. Before that, we won't realize. So we have to advise them whenever they are coming to our clinic. We have to advise that daily walking, brisk walking, then um, spending time with the nature, like that. We have to encourage them. Slowly, we have to motivate them.
Very right. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. There are a few questions in the chat box. I'll go through. Like it's this question. I don't know how we can read it in the public forum. Like certain religions have a rituals which are like done rigorously. No, daily they do it. So, do you recommend yoga also, like to do it in a ritual manner daily? Um, if the participant who has posted that question can ask, can you please unmute yourself and ask the question?
Yeah, it's very true. I think Namas time they do Vajrasana and bendings, Uttanasana, like that they will do. It's very good actually. That Vajrasana is, we won't get heart attack. When we do Vajrasana, that much of benefit we are getting. When we do it ritually, it will become habit, no? That is very good for us. It's true.
And there is another question: can people who are obese can they do Sirsasana?
With a trained yoga instructor, we can do. Otherwise, we have to avoid that. That and all advanced yoga postures. So better we have to avoid, no, for beginners.
Thank you so much, Sundaji. Now I call upon Shubha ma'am or Veera to please place vote of thanks.
Sir is there.
Ah,
Sir, we can
Krishnan
call
sir,
upon.
can you
Yes,
please
sir.
do the honors of doing vote of thanks?
Okay, seems that Krishnan is not, I mean, maybe may not be able to connect due to some technical glitches. So, Subhashri ma'am is there? Okay, Veena ma'am, may I go with that?
Yes, Veera, because I couldn't
Yes.
find Shubha ma'am. I've asked.
Yes, Shubha ma'am also is not there, but Krishnan sir is there, but still he may face some technical issues.
We have
Unmuting
technical
himself.
issues in Chennai as we had rains.
Yes, there is some mass outage.
Even
Yes,
Hyderabad also, it's raining heavily.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful and such a way of articulate the session. Is quite impressive and very informative. Thank you so much, Sunanda Ravi. And also, I thank all the sincere participants. Behalf of Department of Psychology, American College, Madurai, Mental Health Webinar Series, the entire our core team as well our head Dr. Suresh, and also Madras School of Social Work, Chennai Department of Psychology, Madurai Kamaraj University, MS Kalamattu Institute of Health and Rehabilitation, Madurai, Red Bond Education and Psychological Research Center, Madurai, Psycho-Oncological Association, Turkey. Thank you one and all, and thank you Akshaya ma'am, Veena ma'am, and of course Sunanta ma'am and all the sincere participants. We'll have another session tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Suresh Kumar sir, for giving me this opportunity. Then I will say thanks, special thanks to Veena. She only motivated me.
Thank you, Veena ma'am, for arranging such a wonderful session, and thank you, sir.
Thank you, Veera sir, and Akshaya, lovely and lady. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, core team
Sunandaji.
members. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Yes. Participants, kindly send your queries and feedback to mywebinarfeedback@gmail.com. We will meet tomorrow with yet another wonderful session. Thank you. Good night. Bye-bye.